Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Alex. I'm the founder of Gameplay Candles, and tonight I want you to get ready to immerse yourselves in the enchanting realm of our illustrious D&D themed podcast where imagination ignites and incredible adventures unfold. Today, I'm delighted to introduce you to our ingenious co-host whose illustrious intellect, inquisitive mind, insatiable innovation, and inspiring infectious energy will illuminate the intricacies of D&D while invigorating us to ignite imaginations and inspire endless, incredible possibilities. I invite you listeners to embark on immersive adventures like never before. Please welcome DM Steve to the podcast. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good, Alex. How are you doing, mate?
I'm great. And folks, journey with me while I introduce our other jubilant co-host, whose joy will jazz up this podcast. She's a jovial jester who brings a jolt of energy and joy to every episode, while her judicious approach ensures jaw-dropping judgments while maintaining a jubilant atmosphere. Please welcome Jessica to the show. Hi, Jess.
Thanks. I can totally tell that ChatGPT helped you because you said podcast at the end.
Oh, yep, that's not what this is. But welcome. I also said jubilant, I think, like 3 times. So A is one of those hard letters for ChatGPT.
Robots can only do so much.
That's
Humans
true.
need to review their work.
That's true. That's very true. Well, hang on. I need to stop sharing that screen. Hi, Don. Glad to see you here. I'm going to start sharing the screen that everybody wants to. Today, we're going to play, like we always do every week, our dice rolling game to determine what discount we're going to give. So the way this works is we'll roll this 20-sided dice. We'll add the value that it rolls to a baseline 10% off on all orders at gameplaycandles.com. And that discount will be active for the next hour. So let's see. Without further ado.
I want to pause and just tell you real quick, Alex, that I can't log into the site to add the discount code. So you're going to have to set it up. So before you push everyone out after this.
Before I push everyone out. Oh, I see.
Once you roll and go, just you actually have to update the site.
Okay. Well, look at that. Lucky number 13. So that's a total of 23% off. And the way that you're going to activate that, it's saved now. It's live now. You're going to input discount code MARVEL at checkout. That's MARVEL, all caps, at gameplaycandles.com for an additional 23% off your entire order. So have at it. Jess, can I go now? Do I have
did you set it up? Because
I sure did.
Okay.
It's live, baby.
Love playing the curtain behind, back to see behind the mechanics of it. It's good.
Oh gosh, Dawn got her new barbarian encampment.
See, that's Dawn. I'm so glad you mentioned the critical part. Freshly bathed Vikings. Yes, freshly bathed Vikings. Everybody on the internet has the same joke underneath that candle, and it's some permutation of why would I want a candle that smells like rotten meat and other things that I can't mention on this live stream.
A lot of sweaty.
Yeah.
Everyone said the same thing about Dwarven Mountain Hall.
Yeah, that makes even less sense to me because dwarves, like where they live, is going to be much cleaner than where humans live. Humans are the garbage species in fantasy settings.
But same thing with barbarians and encampment. It's a nice, clean, fragrant scent that's really just nice. Yes,
Dawn, little tongue-in-cheek humor there. Really clean. That's why I think they were famous for their cleanliness. Yes. Very good. Well, I'm glad we got a good roll in today. We're off to a great start. 23% off. And that's going to be active from 9 p.m. Central to 10 p.m. Central. Very good. Some quick business updates. This has been a long time coming, but we are excited to announce that we have our first wholesale partnership. So if you're in the Central Texas region around Austin, check out the booksellers Larkin Owl in Georgetown, Texas. Larkin Owl is an independent bookstore that's just off the main square, and it's got this really great vibe. Steve, you were the one who actually brought it to our attention, being a Georgetown yourself. How would you describe the vibe in there?
Sleepless in Seattle. Do you remember that bookstore? I can't remember what it's called, but it's just very cozy.
Isn't that You've Got Mail?
Oh, You've Got Mail. I'm sorry, not Sleepless in Seattle. You've Got Mail.
Yeah,
but it's a cozy, quaint little bookstore. It has just a really cool vibe. There's a small coffee shop that's very big selection of books, but it has
Mhm.
a very small feel. It's in Georgetown, which has a very beautiful square. It's right
Mhm.
off the square. It's just almost like I think my family calls it like Stars Hollow from like
Mm.
Gilmore Girls. It just reminds them of a nice place. So it's a really cool place. And then recently noticed they had a D&D section, and that's when
Yeah.
the bulb went off. I'm like, oh, maybe they might be interested. And suggested to Alex, and sure enough, he got his magic going, and
Oh, they
yeah,
were
it's
they
great.
were like immediately on board too. It was probably the easiest call and meeting I've ever taken. So yeah, we love those folks. They love our candles because they've been able to smell them in person. So, dear listeners, if you want to smell our candles in person, make your way over to Larkin Owl Booksellers in Georgetown, Texas. Or if you want them in your own local game store, by all means, tag that game store's
Or
Facebook account.
bookstore. Or
Huh?
bookstore.
Or bookstore, yeah. Tag them here, or reach out to them and ask them, "Hey, do you want to carry gameplay candles?" We are open for business, and we would love to have any game store in the continental U.S. carry our products. So, yeah, that's my 2 bits there. We're super happy. It's just the start of a beautiful friendship with them. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, this is our standard. If you've enjoyed our candles, if you've enjoyed the products that we sell, make sure you leave a nice little comment or a rating, ideally on our Facebook page. Also, just if you snap a quick pic, we'd love to use those in our social channels and give you photo credit. Yes, Steve, you're going to be our latest model, but dear listener, if you think you can replace Steve or Jessica as a model on our Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook pages, by all means, send in those pics. We love to get them. We love the testimonials that y'all leave, and we'd be happy to. Oh, you got the sound effect going there, Steve? Oh, look, it's like a nice little campfire.
That's
Man,
really
that
cute.
microphone picks picks everything up.
It doesn't have to put the game that high, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's
But
great. Just
that's,
warm.
we'd love to get those messages from you, know your thoughts, and feature those pictures on our social media channels. And then finally, if you want to sign up and become eligible for free candles in the mail, check out that link below. We're looking for scent testers as we round out the fall scents that we're going to be testing here soon. Oh boy, tomorrow and Friday, the fall scents drop on a lot of our fragrance suppliers, and so that's when the rush really starts to like get those fragrance oils in, get samples poured, ship out tea light samples to our scent testers, and you'll get communications from us when they leave, so you can track it. I know that the summer months are hotter, and heat is not particularly good for tea light candles, so you'll be able to track that shipment as it makes its way to you for free. See, Steve, before you had to ask me, you always ask me. Thank you. I can learn. It just takes a couple weeks. But yeah, you can sign up to be a scent tester absolutely free, get some samples in the mail. And when we pour those fall scents, yeah, we're going to send them out to you.
Yeah, we have some fun names picked out for them too. So
Yeah.
also we'll love feedback on the names because y'all gravitate towards the cool names. So we're trying to name them up.
Yeah, like when you and I were at Chupacabra Con, people would the first thing they would do a lot is like point at Bard's bedroom and be like, "Cool
Yes.
name," That was what got a lot of folks.
Every single person made the same joke.
Yeah. It that and the Barbarians Encampment. That they we want to pick names that get you curious enough to pick up a candle and take a sniff when you see them at the game store, bookstore.
And Barbarians Encampment. That was the hit of the con.
Yeah, it sure was. Totally unexpected. Let's see. So I think, one other thing that I actually don't have in our show notes here is, like I mentioned, the summer months are hot, and I'm in Texas where it's really hot. So here next week, we're going to start a summer shipping schedule to avoid unfortunate candle deliveries happening to you. So we're going to be shipping out our weekly orders Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday, if you order after 5 p.m. on Wednesday or before, let's say 2 p.m. on Monday.
You
They're
can
gonna
tell he really thought this one through. He's like, or
2 p.m. Monday. If you're in that window, we're just gonna hold that shipment until Monday. That way, we don't risk the candles sitting in a warehouse somewhere at 90 degrees and then all of them slumping into the sides or, God forbid, pooling into a giant mess of scent all over the package. So
something to note too about coconut wax, because that's what our candles are made from, is it's very soft compared to other waxes. So you definitely want to make sure that you bring it inside when you see it's delivered, or ask a friend or someone to grab it off your porch if it is delivered in the summer months, because it is one of those waxes that it's just a softer wax. So
it's why it gives a superior hot throw. But yes,
lasts forever.
Hot throw. What's a hot throw?
Steve, I'm so glad you asked. Well, Steve, a hot throw is the scent given off when a candle is lit. Sometimes you'll go to a store, you'll smell a candle, and it'll be like, that's really good. That's the cold throw that you're smelling. And a lot of times you take the candle home and you light it up and it's like, wah, 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 wah. There's no scent given off anymore. That's because there can be a difference between cold throw and hot throw. But one of the benefits of premium coconut wax, which is what we use, is that what you're smelling in the store is exactly what you get at home when you light it up. And our candles are loaded with fragrance oil so that it will fill an entire room very quickly. Yes. As
if
can
you
be
hold
attested
it
by
that close
anyone.
to your face, you're just going to be smelling it.
I'm getting embedded in my beard.
There you go. Yeah. See, I gotta trim this one back lest it dip into the wax.
Well, that's always a sign to me that one of the scents isn't working, is if we light a tea light candle and you can't smell it in our guest bathroom that's small, it's probably not a good scent. It's probably not going to work. So
yeah, that's the number one cause of failure rates, unfortunately. But we have high standards here.
Bathroom test.
The bathroom, bathroom tea light test. Yeah, if it's not filling
legit.
the guest bathroom with smell, it ain't gonna work from a tea light. It ain't gonna work for us.
That's right. Well, that's all the business updates out of the way. I'm excited for this category, this topic here tonight, and it came about quite organically, actually. This past weekend, Jess and I went and saw the latest Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Solid flick. This is not a movie rating podcast or
no spoilers or anything.
Yeah, no spoilers, nothing. I'll give it the Aries thumbs up. But on the way out of the movie theater, we just started talking about what classes different characters would fall into. There's endless arguments to be had on this topic. It's almost as common as the D&D alignment chart and where people in pop culture fit in. But for this live stream, I thought it would be fun if we just take a look at the Marvel cadre of superheroes and tried to place them into classes and maybe even subclasses, for the purposes of D&D. You guys game?
Very much
I
so.
think there might be some debates to be had.
I hope so. And I want to hear from you, dear listeners. If we got something wrong, you got to let us know.
They're viewers. Why do you keep talking to them like they're
dear listeners? Because I'm an 80-year-old man doing a radio show. That's why. But let's kick it off with the first Avenger who showed up in film, not the first Avenger. First Avenger who showed up in the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, Iron Man. I think this is probably the easiest one to delineate. I'm going to call him an armorer artificer. Fight me.
You can't. I mean, an artificer I know is near and dear to your heart.
Steve accused me of being artificer biased when he saw this list.
Well, Alex has played an artificer in our current campaign, and I wasn't too familiar with the class since it was an expansion. And when he started describing it to me, I'm thinking immediately Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah, he's an armorer. His name is Arturo Ironheart, and or Ironheart Davies, but he's basically Iron Man in the D&D setting.
Yeah,
always fun. Okay,
I
Black.
don't think anyone's going to debate you on that one.
No,
Yeah,
there's no debate. That's a simple one.
That's
We're
a-
getting
that's
warmed
a-
up.
yeah, that is a warm up round. Okay,
It's a
Black.
I
soft-
like
softball.
better doing the more obscure characters that you didn't even. Well, I guess you have them on the list, but
I have 'em on the list.
Nebula.
We'll get there if we're able to move and not argue too much. But Black Widow, Jess, why don't you take this one? Who do you think Black Widow?
She's a rogue. Well, first I thought she was a fighter, but then
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it, and she's always like running around like
Mhm.
stealthy style. So, I mean, she technically, I don't know. She could go either way, but I think she's a rogue, in my opinion.
I would say Rogue too, and then maybe like the Scout subclass or Spy variant, because she has that clandestine training and whatnot. And
I mean, you can even make it a subclass like an assassin.
yeah, that's true. I think they allude to that a lot in her in her character. Like, what about the job we did in?
Yeah.
Did you
Eastern
not
Europe?
see the movie Black Widow?
Yeah, I was like, did you not watch Black Widow, babe?
Yeah, I did. I don't
You remember it?
too well. It wasn't particularly memorable. Fight me, but she wasn't a straight up assassin there, right? She was like trying to atone.
Well, her
Well,
backstory was she was a straight up assassin.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's her bad. Okay, well there.
But
we
yes,
go.
she was trying to atone for those crimes.
Right. Okay, here's another easy
What a
one.
Marvel fan are you, Alex?
You're gonna
D&D first. D&D first.
yeah. D&D first. Let me just push up my glasses at the sheer gall of you to ask me that question. Steve, take Hulk. I wonder.
Let me think. Barbarian. Hulk
Of course.
smash.
But are we talking about his alter ego though too? Because
I was thinking more when he's green.
okay,
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, all right. Let's open that up. Bruce Banner.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Isn't he an artificer? Because I mean, he's a scientist.
He's super
Could be, but
smart.
you could also say that could be a wizard. They're
Yeah.
the ones who study in the universities, and although he's not very magical or
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't have the magic, and in that universe where magic is actually a thing, I think it'd be a harder
of course
thing.
Alex the artificer vote.
Oh yeah, he's Bruce Banner. I'd give him artificer. Well, him
But
and Tony Stark, chat.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's-
what I would
okay.
think. Artificer.
So the Hulk / Bruce Banner is a multi-class
Yeah.
artificer / barbarian.
Yeah, and that dichotomy, those two ends of the spectrum, there are fun for hijinks.
I mean, we played this one off where I think all of us were half
Yeah,
orcs and
the
barbarians.
boys. Yeah,
And I remember even playing one time. My character's named Hal. I was like, Hal smash,
yeah.
because that was the first thing I thought of was the Hulk.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. We're talking about Marvel characters and pop culture characters in terms of D&D classes. So we've made our way through 3. Okay.
Join the debate. Join the debate.
Join the debate. Hawkeye. Now this one I think is kind of obvious too, being the ranged class, but that'd be a ranger. And I'm just going to like a hunter subclass, straight up like offensive capabilities and whatnot.
Yeah, he doesn't have any pets.
No pets. No, man. Can you imagine if he
Look.
did?
Ashley
That'd be
gets to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Hello. How do you,
Mhm.
man? Well, it's funny. We were just looking at different cons around the country earlier today to see where our next pop-up is going to be, and there are so many.
There's
I don't
so
know
many.
how to pick, but Dallas has one that I might be going to. Denver has one I'm going to try to go to just as a attendee. But yeah, I'd
You
love
gotta
to.
have fun. Gotta have fun
Yeah.
once in a while.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's see how the business is doing, Steve. I'll buy your ticket.
When is the San Diego one? I have to go to a conference in San Diego next year.
Oh yeah. Let us know.
I gotta look at
Um,
San Diego Comic Con.
All right, next one is my favorite Barry Marvel character, Captain America.
July.
yeah, there you go.
So, Alex, what would you rate Captain America as?
Captain America. So I'd give him a fighter and I'd give him battle master because he's the leader, right? He organizes the team to go and in formation and how to attack and what the objectives are and stuff. And so
I would have. I mean, when I first thought of Captain America, I thought Paladin.
me too. Me
But
too.
I could see fighter when you said battlemaster. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I think there's an argument to be made for Paladin, especially when he's wielding Mjolnir. But yeah, I think I was also thinking maybe like champion because he's so darn righteous or whatnot. But like really, if he's like the leader of the Avengers, especially on the strategy side, then I'd got to give him Battlemaster.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, thank you, Ashley.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ashley, I think they shift by their storylines. Like,
Mhm.
don't you? Like, they evolve. Kinda
Oh
cool.
yeah, well, not to mention like the billion different multiversal, incarnations.
Like Loki, he's like all over the place.
Yeah. Well, where
Ooh,
would you?
that's a
put
good
Loki?
one.
Yeah, who is? Because I would say he was a rogue, and then I would say, I don't know what he is. Like, if you're watching like the Loki series, he's a totally different type of character in that.
Yeah.
And there's like 12 of them. Oh, spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen the Loki. I think it's been out.
Oh, I think they're coming
It's been
out
out
with
long
season
enough.
2 soon.
It's about
Yeah.
time. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was an excellent one. I'd give him Arcane Trickster subclass because he is a magic user and he uses it a lot. And come on, Trickster, that's like Loki's whole vibe.
Yeah.
Sorry, totally
Okay,
distracted. I'm now
no-
doing like,
Yeah, no debate there on that one.
Yeah.
I think the minor characters are more interesting to debate.
Yeah. Well, how about Black Panther? Not a minor character, but
No.
he can fit into a couple different buckets here, I think.
Yeah.
You could do fighter. You could do monk.
Yeah, I was gonna say monk or
Or
You know,
Arcane.
now I say it monk because I just remember playing the campaign with like Adam's character, and it's just Fist of Fury and
Yeah.
very
Bam,
nimble.
bam. I mean, if it wasn't for the heart-shaped herb, like giving him like superhuman abilities, it would just be a straight up artificer. Because I mean, Wakanda's.
no,
Maybe
that's his
further-
sister. His sister's
Everything
the artificer.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. I mean, like you point at any piece of high tech and you're like, oh, artificer.
What's his sister's name? Okay, Black Panther.
Oh, Suri. Come on.
Shuri. She's the artificer.
Yes,
My phone just woke up.
she is an artificer without question.
Hey, Siri.
Whatchamacallit?
See?
What?
Less defined pieces for the minor characters.
Mhm.
See, I'm right.
Nailed it, Ashley.
I think there is a lot more debate for the minor characters.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Pick a minor character.
Groot.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
Well,
This
no,
is the
see,
one-
minor.
Isn't
He's not as developed, I'd say. It's tough when he has like 3 lines.
You're going the wrong way.
Groot.
Wait. Oh, I almost gave a spoiler. Never mind.
Don't.
Yeah.
Groot could be a couple things. In the first one, I thought he like fit nicely into the barbarian or like the tank role for the party. Ooh, yeah. Ashley, this all started because Jess and I saw Volume 3 this past weekend, and we were just discussing this. But
We were just debating like who all the characters were.
yeah, but I think he's a much more complex character now.
I agree with Ashley on that one.
Yeah.
Wild shape.
Druid. Oh yeah,
Ooh.
wild shape druid for Groot. Yeah, we were thinking druid as well, just because you can't deny plant. By the way, Ashley and any other viewers here, is there a plant type playable race yet in D&D? I feel like there aren't nearly enough plant type monsters, but then I was thinking like, man, a plant type playable race like a Groot would be fantastic. I'm in love with the idea of that.
Homebrew.
Yeah, maybe I'll be that player. Bring a homebrewed, overpowered character to session 0.
Well, if we're gonna talk about
Or an int.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Of
Let's
course,
stick with that for a second.
sure.
Drax.
Drax.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's a pretty easy one, I would say.
I think so. He's a barbarian because he definitely doesn't have the intelligence and is all strength-based melee.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I think the one thought I had was like, I'd put him in the Totem Warrior class. Hey, he's smart. Yeah. Okay. Agree. Disagree.
I guess you were.
I mean, and the last one I started thinking maybe he is a little bit emotionally smart, but
Yeah. I mean, he was
Not
definitely
really.
underestimated. But I was also thinking like you could make an argument that he's ancestral barbarian because he fights because of his family that was murdered by Thanos, but they draw on actual mechanical benefits from that, and I don't know that he does. It's more like a drawback for him. He's blinded by rage.
Yeah.
How about Rocket Raccoon, guys? Where does he fall?
Artificer.
Yay! He's an artificer, my favorite.
But is there class? Well, yeah, he's an artificer. Never mind.
Yeah,
fighter.
Yeah. So the artillerist artificer specializes in projectile cannons and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
you're right there with her.
It's I don't think you can argue that one. How about Peter Quill or Star-Lord?
Bird fighter, multi-class.
I think it's a multi-class, and he's doing a bad job at both.
Like he's the one to me that's most like Chris Pine's character in
Bard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of plucky and humorous. And
he's the
kind of ranger too, though.
Ranger for the ranged attacks and whatnot. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm gonna give Rocket Raccoon a level in Beastmaster Ranger because in the second movie, Groot could have been his animal companion. Because he was baby Groot, and so there was a lot of like explaining to the companion what to do. Like, don't press that button, press that button.
That's true.
Nebula. So
artificer.
What's that?
Is it artificer?
Yeah, you're damn right. Well, she has an artificer in her party that has given her a lot of magical items / cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah, but still say she's a fighter.
Yeah.
Could she be a rogue? Because she is like stealthy,
Yeah, I don't think stealth defines her character that much, though. Like, does she sneak around ever?
I guess not.
Maybe in the first movies.
Yeah, in the first movies when she was like trying to track them and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
More rogue-like to me than she was.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of viewed her and Gamora as monk characters because they rely on dexterity and
I could see that.
Not so much on weapons, but
yeah,
martial skills. But maybe a fighter too. I mean, that's a pretty popular multi-class option.
She is evolved out of a rogue in 3. I agree. But in Being, that's how I would have called her.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Any other Guardians of the Galaxy we're missing?
Well,
any minor ones?
What's the one with the... Oh my god, I just forgot his name.
The Mohawk? Yondu?
Yeah, Yondu.
Oh, Yondu.
He's not in the third one, but yeah.
I got to give him Swashbuckling Rogue. And he is in the third one.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Okay. Sorry. So,
I don't know why I have 2 towels and I waved them at the same time.
Spoiler towel.
I feel like that should be our
No, you should throw a flag.
No.
Throw a flag at the camera.
I need a comb. It's be like a girl meme.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashley said her daughter said Gamora is a monk, but not Nebula.
Gamora is the monk. Not really. I would have thought that Nebula was more monkish than Gamora, because Gamora eventually picks up a sidearm or something, right? But I don't think. I guess Nebula's arm could be a weapon.
Yeah, because Nebula's arm is all kinds of things at different.
Artificer. You're right.
And Ashley says you should always have your towel.
Don't forget your towel. Okay, so. What else? We said Yondu, Swashbuckler Rogue. Got to give it to.
You forgot Mantis. How could you forget Mantis?
Oh, good one. See, I want to imagine her abilities as being a rogue or a bards, because it's all about charming and bending others to her will. But she has terrible charisma. And so I think maybe maybe sorcerer. Because
She has terrible charisma because the person doesn't do well at role playing, but the actual character rolls very high.
Really. I love it. Yeah, could be that like a shy character, not used to role play.
Yeah, the shyest character at the table picks a bard.
Yeah, yeah, right.
It's like okay.
And I mean that worked at our table though. We were able to draw. We were able to. God, why am I stuttering?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Trying to draw out of their shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, one last. Well, we're almost out of time, or we are, but one more. Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man, Armor Artificer. He's the spiritual successor to Iron Man.
No.
How was he? No, I was gonna say Druid.
Druid. Explain.
The animal ability.
That's kind of tough because there is that like explicit connection between the spider. God, maybe he's a warlock who has all these all this pack magic or whatnot from like a spider god or something like that.
What?
That's imbued him with the powers of the spider. I mean,
don't know sure what multiverse you're thinking of, but okay.
Well,
I was like, in which version of the Spider-Man movies?
I'm thinking of Madam Web from the Saturday morning cartoons, where Spider-Man was like transported into a different universe and had to solve a crisis there.
Kegs.
Excellent.
I think he's Druid. Well, it depends, because in the first Spider-Mans that came out with Tobey Maguire, whatever his name is, didn't he make the web?
Yeah.
So then in that case, he was more artificer. But like
no, he was less artificer. If he's making the web, like he made it in his body.
No, he made the machine, or no, was that the second?
The Tobey Maguire, it was some weird biological thing.
Yeah, remember? And like they discussed it in No Way Home. They're like, "Whoa, did that come out of you?"
Okay. Well, whichever one where he was like the spider, he's more Druid to me.
Yeah. Well, that would be Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man and Tom Holland's, Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic. They both make their own.
Okay. They're more Well, I don't know.
Armor Artificer, baby. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Fight me in the comments, people. I will respond to every comment. Look, I said it.
With every disagreement.
I'm ready to die on this hill. But
Ant-Man then is also then a Druid, I guess, by my logic, kind of, because he's like, no, he's not an ant, though.
I think he's an artificer who has speak with animals.
Of course, you think everyone's an artificer.
Yeah, man. Of course, it's all the suit. It's all science, not magic. It's Pym particles.
No.
Ant-Man's a Druid.
I think he's a Druid too.
Talks to animals, changes shape, size.
I guess that is like a changing.
Oh, Ashley thinks he's a rogue. Ashley thinks he's a rogue. Why can't I call
thief? Come to think of it, like that's his whole background.
Yeah, because he's like and
it's all stealth and sneaking into places in the first movie.
Oh, that's a good point.
The most recent movie, it's not very stealthy, but his suit and everything were stolen. It was stolen from
an artificer.
From Pym.
Yeah, from an artificer. There you go.
So he's not an artificer. He just uses it.
He's a rogue with an artificer in the party. That's what he's a rogue with an artificer.
Again, everybody to you is just someone who has a friend who's an artificer.
I'm an engineer, and I am biased towards artificers.
And Ashley hasn't seen the newest one, so we won't spoil anything.
All right, we won't say.
We will see them all because that's who we are.
I just think it's crazy how he dies. That's all I'll say.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. All right, very good. We've abused these folks long enough. It's past half an hour, but once again, right now we have a discount going for 23% off your entire order at GameplayCandles.com. If you use the checkout code MARVEL, MARVEL, all caps. 23% off your entire order at GameplayCandles.com. And if you're viewing this at some time later than 10 p.m. Central on Wednesday, May 24th. Don't worry. We do this every week at the same time, 9 p.m. Central. And we'll be back next week for sure with a great show. But for now, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Get on our email list, join our Scent Tester list, and all those great calls to action that I covered earlier. But thank you, Ashley. You're right. But very good. I think that's all I had, guys. Was there anything I missed?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe again. Like and subscribe. Never miss a
Like
date.
and subscribe.
Okay.
Oh my God, can't talk. Bye.